Hello everyone and welcome to Old Coin TV channel. If you love exploring the world of coins, their history, value, and rare discoveries, you've come to the right place. Here, we'll share exciting information about coins from around the world, from ancient treasures to modern currency. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced collector, our channel is the perfect place to grow your knowledge and passion for numismatics. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss our latest videos. The 1974 and 1977 quarter dollars are part of the iconic Washington quarter series, representing the copper-nickel-clad era of U.S. coinage that followed the 1964 silver quarters. Both coins feature the classic George Washington portrait on the obverse and the bald eagle design on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, strength, and national heritage. While most circulated examples are common, high-grade uncirculated and proof coins, along with rare mint errors, are highly valued by collectors. These quarters not only serve as practical currency but also as historical artifacts, reflecting the economic, cultural, and technological environment of 1970s America, making them important for both numismatic study and long-term collecting. The 1974 quarter dollar, officially known as the Washington quarter, represents an important phase in United States coinage history because it belongs to the fully established copper-nickel-clad era that replaced traditional silver coinage after 1964, making it a true symbol of America's modern monetary system. Designed by John Flanagan, the obverse features a left-facing portrait of George Washington with the inscriptions, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust," while the date, 1974, appears below, clearly marking the year of issue. These quarters were produced at three different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco S Mint Mark, with Philadelphia and Denver striking massive quantities for everyday circulation and San Francisco mainly producing specially made proof coins intended for collectors. Because of this extremely high mintage, most circulated 1974 quarters today are still very common and usually trade only at face value. However, coins found in uncirculated mint state condition or in original proof condition can be significantly more valuable, especially when certified by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC. The reverse of the coin displays a powerful bald eagle with outstretched wings standing above olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace, along with the inscriptions, United States of America, E Pluribus Unum, and quarter dollar. With a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, a weight of approximately 5.67 grams, and a reeded edge, the 1974 quarter maintains the classic physical standards of the Washington quarter series. What makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is the presence of rare mint errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and other striking anomalies, which can command high premiums and sometimes sell for hundreds of dollars depending on rarity and condition. For new collectors, the 1974 Washington quarter is often considered an ideal entry-level coin because it is easy to find, affordable to acquire, and helpful for learning about grading, mint marks, proof versus circulation strikes, and long-term coin preservation. Over time, as high-grade examples become scarcer due to wear, mishandling, and loss, well-preserved 1974 quarters, especially Mississippi 66, Mississippi 67, and deep cameo-proof specimens, are gradually gaining collector demand, turning what was once simple pocket change into a historically meaningful and potentially rewarding collectible that reflects an important transition period in U.S. monetary history. The 1974 quarter dollar also carries strong cultural, economic, and educational significance because it was minted during a decade when the United States was passing through inflation, oil crises, and major economic restructuring, and this coin quietly circulated in the hands of millions of Americans who were experiencing rising prices, changing lifestyles, and new government policies, making the 1974 quarter not just a piece of money but a silent historical document of everyday life in the 1970s. From a numismatic point of view, collectors carefully study differences in strike quality between the Philadelphia and Denver mint issues, as Denver coins are often found with slightly stronger strikes on Washington's hair details while some Philadelphia examples show softer details, and San Francisco proof coins are valued for their mirror-like fields and frosted devices that create a dramatic cameo contrast, a feature especially admired by advanced collectors, while original proof sets that remain sealed and free from hairlines, fingerprints, or haze are now becoming harder to find, which steadily increases their desirability. In addition, error specialists search 1974 quarters for unusual minting mistakes such as broad strikes, rotated dies, missing clad layers, and doubled lettering, because these varieties provide insight into mint machinery problems and production processes of the time and can sell for very high prices at auctions depending on visual impact and rarity. For preservation, experienced collectors strongly recommend storing valuable 1974 quarters in acid-free mylar flips, hard plastic capsules, or professionally sealed slabs, keeping them away from humidity, heat, and direct sunlight, since even copper-nickel-clad coins can develop unattractive toning or corrosion that lowers grade and market value. As years continue to pass and more coins are lost, damaged, or heavily worn in circulation, truly high-grade 1974 Washington quarters are slowly becoming scarcer, which supports the idea that carefully preserved examples may gain long-term collector interest and potential investment appeal, transforming an ordinary 25-cent coin into a meaningful piece of American heritage and a long-lasting reminder of a transitional era in United States monetary history. The 1974 quarter dollar also holds a special place in long-term numismatic planning and generational collecting, because many collectors who began their hobby in the 1970s and 1980s are now passing their collections to the next generation, and the 1974 quarter is often found carefully stored in old albums, coin tubes, and family coin boxes, making it a sentimental as well as historical item that connects personal memories with national history. From a technical perspective, the coin is made of a copper core sandwiched between two outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a composition that gives it both durability and a silver-like appearance, allowing it to survive decades of circulation while still retaining readable details. And this durability is one reason why so many 1974 quarters still exist today, even after more than half a century of everyday use. Collectors also pay close attention to surface quality, searching for examples with original mint luster, minimal contact marks, and strong rim definition, because these features greatly influence grading results and final market value, while coins that show weak strikes, heavy scratches, or cleaning marks usually lose much of their collectible appeal. Another interesting aspect is the role of the 1974 quarter in complete Washington quarter date and mint sets, since many collectors aim to build full collections that include every year and mint mark, and the 1974P, 1974D, and 1974S proof coins are essential components of such sets, often serving as representative examples of the mature clad coin era. Over time, as grading standards become stricter and collectors become more selective, truly premium quality 1974 quarters, especially those with deep mirror-like proof surfaces or blazing uncirculated luster, are increasingly separated from ordinary examples, creating a growing value gap between average circulated coins and top-grade specimens, which reinforces the idea that careful preservation, proper storage, and informed buying decisions can turn a common coin into a long-lasting collectible asset that carries both historical meaning and future collector demand. The 1974 quarter dollar is also important because it reflects the technological and mechanical evolution of the United States Mint during a period when coin production had reached extremely high volumes to meet the demands of a growing population and expanding economy. And studying this coin allows collectors to understand how modern high-speed coining presses, improved die steel, and better quality control systems were being used in the early 1970s to strike hundreds of millions of coins efficiently. Specialists often examine 1974 quarters under magnification to analyze die polish lines, flow lines in the fields, and minor die cracks, because these small features reveal how long a particular die was used and how much pressure was applied during striking, making each coin a small technical record of mint operations. In addition, advanced collectors search for transitional errors such as weak strikes, filled mint marks, or partially missing details, which can show temporary changes in die preparation or maintenance routines. And these pieces help researchers reconstruct the working conditions inside the mints during that year. Over the long term, as more collectors focus on building high-quality registry sets and certified populations become more carefully tracked, premium-grade 1974 Washington quarters are slowly being separated from ordinary circulation pieces, increasing competition for the very best examples. And this growing demand supports the idea that what was once simple pocket change can gradually become a studied, preserved, and appreciated historical artifact representing the industrial efficiency, economic environment, and national identity of the United States in the mid-1970s. Another very important aspect of the 1974 quarter dollar is its role in international circulation and global recognition of U.S. currency, because during the 1970s large numbers of American coins traveled outside the United States through tourism, military bases, foreign exchange, and international trade, and many 1974 quarters were carried to Europe, Asia, the Middle East, and South Asia, where they became familiar examples of American money for people around the world. This worldwide movement is one reason why today 1974 quarters are often found in countries far from the U.S., and collectors in different regions study these coins as symbols of America's economic influence and global presence during the Cold War era, when the U.S. dollar served as the backbone of international finance. Numismatically, this global spread also created many interesting surface conditions, such as natural toning, light wear patterns, and environmental effects that can tell a story about where and how a particular coin may have circulated. Over time, as world collectors increasingly focus on building international coin collections and studying the global movement of currency, the 1974 Washington quarter continues to gain educational and historical importance as a small but powerful reminder of how American coinage traveled across borders and became part of everyday life in many parts of the world. The 1977 quarter dollar, part of the Washington Quarter series, is an important piece of American coinage history and a key representation of the copper-nickel-clad era that replaced silver quarters after 1964. Like all quarters from 1965 onward, the 1977 quarter is composed of a core of pure copper sandwiched between two outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel, creating a durable coin that retained the silver-like appearance of pre-1965 quarters while being much more cost-effective for mass production. The obverse design, created by John Flanagan, features a left-facing portrait of George Washington, America's first president, along with the inscriptions, "Liberty," above, "In God We Trust," to the left of the portrait, and the minting year, 1977, at the bottom. This classic design has remained almost unchanged since 1932 and is highly recognizable, symbolizing the continuity and heritage of U.S. coinage. The reverse features a bald eagle with outstretched wings perched above a bundle of arrows and olive branches, signifying both strength and peace, with the inscriptions, "United States of America, E Pluribus Unum," and quarter dollar, surrounding the central eagle motif. The diameter of the coin is 24.3 millimeters, the weight is 5.67 grams, and the edge is reeded, which is both a traditional design element and an anti-counterfeiting measure. In 1977, quarters were minted at 3 facilities: Philadelphia No Mint Mark, Denver D Mint Mark, and San Francisco S Mint Mark. Philadelphia and Denver coins were produced in extremely large quantities for general circulation, with hundreds of millions of each minted, making them relatively common today. San Francisco, on the other hand, produced mainly proof coins, which were part of annual proof sets intended for collectors. These proof coins are highly sought after because of their mirror-like fields and frosted devices, providing a dramatic visual contrast and exceptional detail. Collectors often focus on the strike quality, luster, and preservation of these coins, and well-preserved proof coins in their original packaging can command a premium over circulated examples. Even circulated 1977 quarters can provide insight into wear patterns, toning, and handling practices, making them useful for both historical study and beginner collections. The collectible value of the 1977 quarter varies greatly depending on condition, mint mark, and rarity. Common circulated coins typically trade at face value, but uncirculated coins in mint state MS60 Mega Siemens 65 plus condition, especially from Denver and San Francisco, can be worth several dollars, with premium coins graded Mississippi 66, Mississippi 67, or PR 69 deep cameo proof commanding much higher prices. The 1977 quarter is also known for having rare minting errors, including double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchettes, and other anomalies, which can dramatically increase a coin's value depending on severity and visual impact. Numismatic collectors often study these errors to understand the minting processes of the time, including die polishing, planchette preparation, and striking pressure, making each error coin a technical record of U.S. mint operations. Historically, the 1977 quarter reflects the social and economic conditions of late 1970s America, a time of inflation, economic transition, and cultural change. Yet these coins remained a stable and widely circulated currency, quietly witnessing daily life across the country. For collectors, this coin represents an ideal entry-level collectible, as it is widely available, affordable, and offers opportunities to learn about grading, mint marks, proof versus circulation coins, and error varieties. Proper preservation, using mylar flips, hard plastic capsules, or professional slabs, is recommended to maintain condition, prevent toning or corrosion, and protect long-term value. Additionally, the 1977 quarter's artistic and symbolic significance adds to its importance. The dignified portrayal of George Washington and the powerful eagle on the reverse make it not just currency, but a representation of American ideals such as liberty, strength, and national unity. The coin is also valued by international collectors, as U.S. quarters traveled abroad in circulation and became recognizable symbols of American coinage worldwide. Over time, high-grade examples of the 1977 Washington quarter, particularly uncirculated or proof coins, are becoming increasingly scarce due to natural attrition, creating growing interest among collectors and maintaining both historical and potential investment value. Today, the 1977 quarter is appreciated not only as a 25-cent coin but as a preserved piece of U.S. history, an educational tool, a collectible for all levels of numismatists, and a tangible connection to the culture and economy of 1970s America. The 1977 quarter dollar also holds significant interest for collectors due to its rarity in higher grades, error varieties, and long-term investment potential, making it much more than a simple 25-cent coin. While most 1977p and 1977d coins are common in circulation, uncirculated mint state examples, particularly MS65 and above, are increasingly sought after as decades of handling, circulation, and natural wear have reduced the number of coins retaining original luster and sharp details, and proof coins from the 1977's issue are even more desirable due to their mirror-like fields, frosted devices, and inclusion in original government packaging, which preserves their pristine condition and enhances both collector and resale value. Error coins from 1977 are of particular numismatic importance, as they reveal the mechanical and procedural nuances of the U.S. Mint during this period. These errors include double dies on the obverse or reverse, where letters, numbers, or design elements appear double due to misalignment during die preparation, off-center strikes, where the design is partially shifted, clipped planchettes, where part of the coin is missing due to a miscut blank, and die cracks or cuds, which form when a die develops a crack or breaks after repeated use, transferring unusual patterns onto the coin's surface. Such errors are carefully studied by collectors and often command substantial premiums at auction, sometimes selling for tens or hundreds of times the face value, depending on rarity, eye appeal, and historical significance. From a preservation standpoint, high-grade 1977 quarters require careful storage, ideally in mylar flips, airtight capsules, or professional graded slabs to prevent exposure to humidity, oils, or air, all of which can cause toning, discoloration, or surface degradation, and copper-nickel clad coins, though durable, are still susceptible to environmental damage if improperly handled. Furthermore, the 1977 quarter is an important piece for registry sets and complete date and mint collections, as collectors often aim to acquire all years and mint marks of the Washington Quarter series in top condition, and missing a single high-grade or proof coin can significantly reduce the completeness and value of a set. Beyond individual collector value, the coin is also historically meaningful, representing late 1970s America, a time of economic challenge, cultural change, and industrial growth, and it serves as a tangible reminder of the monetary policies, minting techniques, and everyday currency used by millions of Americans during this era. Over time, as high-grade coins become rarer and professional certification becomes standard practice, 1977 quarters are gradually separating into ordinary circulation examples and premium collectible specimens, ensuring that well-preserved coins will continue to attract interest from collectors, investors, and historians alike, making this quarter both an educational artifact and a potentially rewarding collectible that combines artistry, history, and numismatic significance in a single coin. The 1977 quarter dollar also holds substantial historical, cultural, and global significance, as it not only circulated widely within the United States but also traveled internationally through tourism, trade, military deployment, and foreign exchange during the late 1970s, making it one of the most recognized U.S. coins abroad and a tangible symbol of American economic presence during a period of global change. Collectors and historians often study the subtle variations in wear, toning, and environmental effects on these coins to gain insight into their circulation patterns and usage, revealing how a seemingly ordinary quarter can tell stories about the movement of currency across borders, the habits of everyday users, and the conditions under which coins were handled and stored outside the United States. From a numismatic perspective, the 1977 quarter is appreciated for its classic artistry, as John Flanagan's depiction of George Washington conveys dignity and authority while the reverse bald eagle conveys strength, vigilance, and peace through the symbolic arrows and olive branches, making it more than mere currency but also a miniature work of art reflecting the ideals and identity of the United States during that era. Moreover, the coin serves an educational purpose for both new and advanced collectors, as it demonstrates fundamental concepts such as mint marks P, D, S proof versus circulation strikes, the importance of coin grading, and the influence of minting technology on coin quality and consistency, while also introducing the study of die varieties, planchette errors, and striking anomalies which help collectors and researchers understand how the U.S. Mint operated during the 1970s. The 1977 quarter's durability, coupled with its artistic, historical, and collectible value, ensures that even decades after its production, it remains an essential part of any Washington quarter collection, appealing to casual hobbyists, serious numismatists, and international collectors alike, while its long-term scarcity in top grades and proof condition contributes to both educational and investment potential, demonstrating that a coin originally intended for everyday transactions can evolve into a meaningful artifact, a tool for learning, and a highly valued collectible reflecting the culture, economy, and craftsmanship of late 20th century America.